listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I'm Nicky Davis Jr. I am a stand-up esthetician and a licensed comedian. How clever is that? Guess. I've been doing skincare for 25 years, and this is the only podcast that I'm aware of that is skincare plus comedy, because all of our friends seem to be comedians, and I don't know, regular people are kind of boring to talk to on podcasts. So
yeah, unless they're really controversial or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we don't know a lot of controversial people, do we?
I don't like controversial people because there's too much controversy.
How did you get back here so fast? You just put money in the meter.
I went outside, walked across the street, put money in the meter, stopped for a second, smelled the air, took a hit of a joint, walked back across the street, walked up here, and everything's fine.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So
Will you give me a 5-minute warning, by the way? Okay, cool. That's amazing. You didn't even acknowledge like the traffic lights or anything like that.
No, I walked right across the street. There's people. At this point, what I did was I just walked and I went to the middle. And I remember walking to the middle. I said to myself, oh my God, because I could imagine somebody going to be like, oh no, he's walking across the street in the middle of the podcast and get hit by a car. And I thought about that. I was like, oh, somebody would say that.
He never came back.
And then I never came back. And then as I did that, I walked across. It was expired. I put money in there. Then I sat on the side of the road for a second afterwards.
This is a long explanation.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm almost done. And then I lit a joint. And then as I did, it took a toke and every car stopped on both sides.
For real?
Yeah, because the lights had turned red and it was completely open. And I walked across and here I sit in front of you.
Wow. Well,
so I'm glad you let me finish the story because there was a lot there.
That was a great story, babe.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm into skincare. What can I say?
Yeah.
Does that tie it back up?
No, I have to burp. So today we have a special guest. I haven't seen you in a little while. I think I met you at Marcella's hosting class at the
yes,
at the
I remember
Improv.
that. Yeah.
And since then, she's recorded an album called Passionate Aggressive. It's everywhere, so you can stream it everywhere. I know, isn't that a great name?
I love that so much. I feel that.
You feel passionate aggressive?
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely do, minus the ATE.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what?
Passion aggressive?
Passion aggressive? Passionate?
Yeah, well, I was trying to tell someone I can be very passive aggressive, but it auto corrected to passionate aggressive. So I was
perfect.
like, oh, well, there we go.
Autocorrect is like the worst writing.
Yeah.
I mean, not the worst, the best writing partner sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. Because I was like, that's perfect because sometimes I can be passive aggressive, but in a way that's so angry that it's no longer passive.
That's true.
You're past passive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't just say aggressive because that's too aggressive.
Right.
It's got to be, no, I'm just passionate. Passion aggressive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just passionate about.
Jean Whitney, by the way. Jean Whitney.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Short notice. Yes, it's a pleasure. So we're doing these short little podcasts because they're slightly more palatable. And so
for me, I'm the only one. I don't like this podcast at all, and I refuse to be a part of it.
Yeah, so we have to make it short for Sonder. He has a short
You're
attention span.
tapped in, though.
Yeah, no, he's tapped out actually. But so today, the topic that I wanted to do this is the one I really wanted the most. Is it's called Pretty Petty, and it's about why women secretly love other women's flaws. And I know a second ago we were kind of talking about that, and I know I did not pick this because of Jean at all. Nothing to do with you.
She used to have podcasts like. Does he wash his balls enough? And I'm like, what has it to do with skincare? And it was always about me. And I was like, wait, is this about me?
I'm being passionate, aggressive about the way I talk to him.
Does he do the dishes?
Does he
dry them properly?
Exactly, yeah. How come, is my skin dry and is he too short for me? So I was like, oh, wait a second. I don't understand
the answer is, I'm not going to tell you.
Wait, I better get some moisturizer.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, the uncomfortable truth is supposedly that women, and I don't know, I grew up with this. My mom very much, maybe still does. I don't want to throw under the bus, but she could find a flaw in a woman on TV in the first 2 seconds of looking at her. She'd be like, okay, the ratio from her chin to her clavicle is too short. She's, like the length from her nose to, like she would find all of these weird imbalances.
Wow.
And so I noticed I started doing that too. And I noticed when I started doing comedy, there's so many pretty girls. And yourself included. I didn't try to find any flaws in you, though.
Pretty.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Why did you look at him?
I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
Fine, you're right. You are pretty.
I'm totally kidding.
Like you like turned to me like, see, I told you I'm pretty.
I know, that's what the implication was. I was trying to be funny. Anyways,
You were.
I was at a mic one time I was hosting, and this is my example, and maybe you might have had your other, your own experiences with this, but I was at a mic and it was like a new comedian girl, and she's like super pretty. And of course, all of the male comedians at the mic are like obsessed with looking at her because she's new meat, and
Yeah.
and I know, right?
When you're new, they hone in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
They've
your-
left me alone now.
I know. I know, they know better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've stabbed a guy with a pen through his hand once.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can tell you that story another time. But yeah, he was trying. Anyways, I told him I was going to do it. He didn't believe me, so I did it anyway. But
Wow.
the girl was on stage, and I'm not an aggressive person.
Not at all.
No.
Sarah Connor over here.
Yeah, right.
Stabbing people with
I
pens.
warned him. If you knew who it was, you would probably think that it would be okay if I did it.
I think it's okay right now, and
Okay.
I don't know who it is. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
bad.
See,
Maybe
yeah.
that's bad.
I don't think it's bad because you know when you find out who it is, you'll know it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was looking at the girl.
We'll tell everybody in the audience later.
Yeah. In my first instinct was to look her up and down, and I saw, and this was the stupidest thing, one of her socks was up and one of them had fallen below her ankle. And in my very split second in my mind, I go, guys hate that. And it made me feel a little bit of peace for a second. And I was like, no, that's really dumb.
Yeah. Because we live in LA, I think we're just kind of trained to compete with women on beauty standards.
Yeah.
And like I went to San Francisco this past weekend, and people are not like judging each other's looks up there.
They're not?
Not really. I mean, my friends who live up there, they're like scientists and engineers, and they're not really they're not obsessing over their appearance. So they weren't looking me up and down, and they were just like, your hair's so nice. It's so pretty. Nobody was like, oh, have you gotten Botox? Or like asking me weird questions. And, it's the culture, I think, here that also breeds it a lot more of this competitiveness.
That's
for something
it. It's
that
a competition.
is superficial and doesn't really matter. I don't know. But I do it too. And I don't like this about myself, but like if I see a very gorgeous girl walk in a room somewhere, automatically I will look her over and try to find something wrong.
Yeah, see? It's just innate. It's bred into us.
I know. And I don't like that about myself.
But you know that you don't like that about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's so you're one.
I think that's a very common thing though.
Yeah.
For everybody. I
do
mean,
you do that too?
yeah, in some degree, it's like,
They do,
this
yes.
person, like growing up, I was always fat as well as short. So I was always like, oh, this person's shorter, this person's fatter, or like this person, yeah, they're in shape, but oh, I wonder if maybe he's probably losing a little bit of hair or whatever.
Oh,
like
right.
there's something that you just to make yourself feel like we're not that different, but in some weird way, me saying, oh, look how similar we are, I have to be like, yeah, look, you also have a flaw. Like, it's not even like, oh, we're also this, it's also like that, so it's a negative. It is definitely meant to make me feel better.
Yeah.
As opposed to like make us feel like we're united.
Right.
Like,
I
there's, like,
I
community.
will notice if a man is objectively attractive, very handsome, other men will kind of make jokes about it, or they'll be like, well,
Totally.
he's gay.
Oh,
he's
right.
obviously gay.
Yes.
That's so funny you
That's
say
a
that.
good-
That was like the go-to thing for like the longest time.
Yeah.
I remember like, yeah, he's probably gay. And you're like, and then some reason, and then you're in your mind when somebody says that, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe. It's like, wait, but is this the women that he's going to be going out with? I'm going to be like, it doesn't make any sense logically at all. But you're like, okay, who cares what if there's an attractive guy I want to talk to, and he is gay, like, can't win.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something just came into my head, but
That's good improv too.
yeah. Oh yeah, we do bad improv in case you're wondering.
Yeah. Instead of yes and,
Yeah.
we'll do stuff like, oh wait, hold on, let me think about it. Oh, that's it. Oh, dude, that just came into my
Oh,
head.
this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll be back. Is that what you said on
exactly.
your podcast?
Yes. And we'll be right back.
Well, like, I've always struggled with, I don't really have any breakouts right now, but I've struggled with breakouts for like over a decade. And it's genetic.
That
I
makes
think
me feel
my
so much
mom-
better. but-
Really?
No. Because you're so beautiful. I'm just joking.
Oh, thanks.
No.
Well, my mom had acne too, and I think it is genetic. Like a dermatologist told me that it's genetic. I was like, my brother doesn't have it though. And the dermatologist was like, sometimes it skips
Okay.
a person. So, and my brother is like, he works in a factory in Indiana, so he doesn't need good skin, but he has like, he has great skin.
It's so annoying.
But I will, when I see a very pretty girl, if she does have acne, sometimes I'll be like, oh, thank God.
Same. Oh my God, same.
Yeah, just like me. Yeah. Okay. So, and it also made me feel better about having acne to hear about celebrities who have it. Like apparently Brad Pitt has acne.
He still does, or he had it before?
He had it, but I guess in movies, like with the technology that's developed, you can see like pock marks on his face.
Wow,
you can
yeah.
see some scars.
Robert Redford was the same way.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at old pictures, like serious pock marks on his face.
Oh, wow.
But he's so attractive. It's like it doesn't matter on men though, does it?
I don't know, but they don't have they don't wear makeup usually to cover it up.
That's
so
true.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very interesting too. I remember like watching all these like 70s shows, 60s shows or whatever, old detectives, and the guys on there have terrible teeth. They're all yellow and they're on their faces or whatever. And the women typically aren't shown that close up, or if they do, they're like super stunning. It's like there was still this
or
thing
they've got like Vaseline over the camera.
Vaseline over the lens. So it was like this thing that was even done back then, but the guys were like, it's just a guy. He's just utilitarian. Just, like whatever.
He looks like his mouth smells like cigarettes.
Yeah. Probably never smoked a day in his life, but it looks like.
I think it's like for survival though. Like it's it makes us feel like we can, I don't know, like we can succeed, we can keep going, and like I don't know, maybe it's just for do we need our egos that much that we have to find flaws in other people?
I think like you were saying, like I almost feel like it's you kind of do it where you're like, oh, she has acne too. Like, okay. It's like I think deep down it's just like, oh, yeah, she has it. Cool. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're like, yeah, it's fine. Cool. She's gone through it too. Like the thing with Brad Pitt, like when you said that, I was like, oh, that's right. Never in my mind was I like, oh, it doesn't make him Brad Pitt anymore. That, whatever, like that I would want to have of his life or something. But it's just kind of like, oh yeah, if it really, if you're a certain way where people see past certain things and they're like, oh, you're a human being, like your feet are going to stink.
Yeah. Well, I was like, if Brad Pitt has acne and he's considered like one of the most attractive people in the world,
right.
That means I can still be attractive with acne.
Okay. So now that's finding something good in it.
Yeah.
I like that.
I guess I was finding something good in it.
Yeah. So you're not looking at it like, oh, well, see, he's not attractive because he's got this thing.
Exactly.
It's like, no, it's like if he can do that and I can just be me, then obviously I'm super hot if he's hot and has acne, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it.
Yeah, I like that. That's a more positive way of looking at it.
That's like the anti-Fox News. Okay? Finally, I said it. I don't 115 podcasts, whatever it is.
You've been waiting for that.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, as women though, we're all competing for like supposedly we're competing for kind of competing for everything, especially in this town. Like we're all competing for roles and jobs, but like for men. And then here's what the thing that pits us against each other too is that I've heard people that we know using like the rating system they'll call girls by like a 1 from a 1 to a 10. Like,
Other
she's an 8.
will?
Yeah. No, the men will do it.
Yeah.
And then you hear that and subconsciously you're like, oh, well, if he's saying that and this guy's short and bald, then all guys must be doing. I was talking about a comedian that we know.
We're going to divulge all this stuff to you after the show.
Yeah.
I got to hear it.
Yeah. And he's, he's not, he's whatever. He's just very a normal
Satan.
person. He's Satan.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
He
but
feels probably very insecure about the way that he looks, and he sees women as evil because he can't have them.
Boom.
So he has to tear them down in some way.
Yes.
I feel like that's like the beginning and end of like a lot of Twilight Zone episodes. You're like afraid of the thing, or you hate the thing that you can't attain, and then it just kills you, and then it just turns you bitter.
Right. You turn into the thing.
You turn into the thing, into the monster or whatever it is. Like, yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, to rate someone, I think is just to me, it feels like it's a high school thing.
And it's
like,
subjective too.
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, my dad would say to me, be like, you're a 10, Jean. You're a 10. And I'm not. But he thought I was.
Well, you are though. But like, that's so nice.
So
even your dad was rating you though.
My dad was rating me, yeah. But he'd be like, you got to believe this about yourself. I'm like,
so nice.
My dad would have loved it if I were like a full-blown narcissist. I think he would have been so proud of me. But yeah, so I've had guys that I've dated like rate me, and it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit.
They actually, like, people that you were with, they would say, like, honestly, you're a, and then what would they say? Like,
they'd be like, Jean, honestly, and this is just me and I'm biased, you're a 9. And I would be like, okay, so what's the -1 though?
Yeah.
Like, what are you looking at? Why would you even say that? Just lie to me.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to say you're an 11.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never had a man tell me that. I don't even think I would want to ask the question.
And then
I don't want to
also
know
be
the
like,
answer.
I'm biased, so other people don't think this.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I do.
That's so funny.
Like,
That's so bizarre. Yeah, what guy would... I don't ever want you to talk to those people again. Please. I hope you're not friends with those ex-boyfriends of yours, because that's awful.
No, I don't really talk to them anymore.
Did you
They just
ask,
kind
or
of
did they
faded
offer
out.
you that information?
They just offered it. I think I was.
I hate them.
I think I was feeling insecure one day, and they were like, "Honestly, Jean, you're a 9, but I'm biased."
Wait, so 9 is like, but everybody else sees you as an 8?
Maybe.
I like how the mindset like probably was like survival mode in that person's head too, or it was like, all right, man, she's fucking smoking, but like, okay, I gotta be realistic here.
Exactly.
If I say 10, I mean, who's really a 10?
Right.
Here's the thing, like in like a split second, like
Those are the boyfriends I've had in the past.
Yeah.
Not Sandro, but
Yeah.
I've had a boyfriend. He made a point of telling me that I had not good legs, and like, and telling me that like things that were actually true about me were not true about me. In order to,
he was self-conscious of his own legs.
He had
Probably.
baby Huey legs.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he had like a little teeny tiny torso and like this big butt and legs. But I never judged him for that. But like I remember him saying very specific things to me that like made me feel like, oh, I guess I'm not that attractive, you know. And then he would be like, "You look better without makeup." And then it went to, "You should stop brushing your hair."
It's just
What?
turning
I
into
hate
like
him now.
like a potato sack. And just like, what the hell?
Yeah, and somebody told me that like he's trying to make you ugly, so nobody else will like you. And I was like, you know what? I think you might be right.
Yeah, very insecure.
Very insecure guys. I think I attracted them for a long time.
Yeah, I might still attract them, but I don't know. It's something focusing so much on beauty, and that's what LA is. It just gets very toxic. I love leaving LA where people don't care what they look like.
I love that.
And you're like, oh, wow, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Seriously, this is going to sound, go to a Walmart for a day in any place
wanna feel
that
good about
like that
yourself?
isn't an LA area, and
Yeah.
you'll just see people going out to shop, and that's it. There isn't like,
They're not trying to
if
find
I
an
go
agent.
to the Walmart in Burbank, you know, even if I'm working for Walmart, big deal. But I go in there and you'll see people shopping, but you'll also see people like, is that an actor that used to be? Is that?
Oh,
wait,
right,
is that
yeah.
like, you'll like people that are wearing glasses that don't want to be seen, or, you know, like, which is part of the community, but you see people dressing up to go out. But when you see people just wearing whatever they wear, it's nice. You're like, oh, there's no pretense here.
I love not
Yeah.
looking in the mirror, by the way, too. We moved recently a little bit far away, and I've gone 5 days without looking in a mirror at times. Like, I don't care what my
Wow.
hair looks like. My skin probably is like, you know, totally dried out and gross, but it feels so good.
You have really good skin.
Well, thanks. I mean, but
Yeah.
I'm back here in the place where there's moisture in the skin. Alex, was that your signal? Is that no? Okay. Just checking. I saw a hand out there. So
In this podcast, we like to check in with the producers to make sure that we still can be here. They like to randomly kick us out every so often.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that everybody's okay time wise.
I was just improvising, Nikki.
Yes, you did a great job.
Thank you. That's another one too.
That's another one. Yeah, you
Great
did a great
job.
job. Yeah, that's great improv. That's another.
That's some quality improv.
Yeah.
And scene.
Insane. So you're with somebody now though that doesn't treat you that way, or
No, I'm not with anybody right now.
You're
I'm
with
single,
yourself,
but
and you don't treat
Yes.
yourself that way.
I don't treat myself that way.
Good.
And I don't think my friends treat me that way
No,
at all. So nobody's really talking to me like that right now.
nobody's really talking to me.
Yeah, nobody's really talking to me at all.
You're like,
But,
God, I haven't had a conversation.
but nobody's.
here.
But I am dating, and I do like it if I go on a date with someone and they say something about my appearance.
Yes, of course.
If they don't say anything, I'm just kind of like, ugh. I think words of affirmation is sort of
That's your
my love
love
language, which
language,
is such a
yeah.
cheap and easy love language.
Oh my
No,
God!
that's
yes.
great.
But yeah, I need confirmation.
You are beautiful. You look like, by the way, you're like the sunshine. You're like, she's like, if you're
sunshine.
You are. If you're listening and not watching, she just has these like beautiful bright blue eyes, and she's got this like
thanks.
glowy blonde hair, and you have pretty skin, and you just have like
Thanks.
just really beautiful coloring. I think I'm making her blush a little bit. Do you want to go out with me? No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You've spoken my love
Sorry.
language.
Yes. But yeah, I know what you mean though. If like if somebody doesn't say something about your appearance as a woman, then it feels like almost like an insult.
Yeah, like you look nice.
Yeah, you look nice.
Yeah.
Even that is just, yeah.
Yeah.
But if nobody says
Yeah,
anything,
you're
it's
not
like,
objectifying anything. You're not like, I think sometimes maybe people feel like they're going overboard where they don't want to, I don't want to mention her appearance and like, oh, cool shorts, you know, whatever.
cool
And
shorts.
cool shorts.
That's just
But
compliment.
like, yeah. Nice fingernails, you know, and then that's it. Like you don't say anything else. But like, I think even just saying like, hey, you look nice. That's still like something
Yeah.
that you can tell somebody. Nobody's going to be like, what does that mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think it's important to definitely. I like it if I meet somebody, or even just talking to somebody who's like, "Oh, nice shirt." It's like, "Oh, thank you." It's like, okay, cool. When you left your place today, you did something right. That's the way I take it.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel good about that for sure.
That's
Yeah,
really-
I like giving compliments to people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to make them feel good.
Exactly. Even if it's a
Yeah.
lie, it feels good to say. No, but yeah, no, and I think we should pump each other up. Sometimes I like to give somebody like, I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but like I'll write a note and just give it like, or like put it on them or whatever, and then just like walk away and just be like, I like your eyes or something like that. I don't do that now because I'm with somebody, but
Yeah.
I did do that one time though when I ran into somebody's car by accident, and then I thought the neighbor across the street was going to report me because she was out there smoking cigarettes in her sweaty sweats, and so we thought for sure. And then I was like, you know what? I actually didn't do anything to the person's car behind me, but I had already written a note.
She already made herself like,
Yeah.
she's like, oh, you better, oh, you hit that guy's.
The neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes. Yeah.
Exactly. Just on the phone, ripping butts all day long.
Wow.
And so I went back and I had already written a note saying like, hey, I accidentally tapped the bumper of your car. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. And I went and I wrote another note and I put it on there, and I just like, made sure she saw me do it. And I just wrote, I think you have a really nice smile. And then I just left it on there.
See, I like that. You flip that into a completely positive moment.
Yeah.
Now that person's like, I do. That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
you
My
know?
bumper, I'm mad that it's dented.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. My
Yeah.
taillight's out. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Do we have to?
I think it's time.
All right.
Time?
All of our cars are being towed. I just
Yeah.
got a text, so we have to end the episode. But where can people find you on social media, or you don't have to give out your home address, but if you want to.
Where can people drop off compliments?
It's 6. No.
We're gonna do drive-bys.
If you want to compliment me,
Yeah.
I'm at Jean L. Whitney on Instagram and Jean Whitney Comedy on TikTok.
Okay.
And I think those are the major places you can find me.
Are you a good TikToker?
No, I've been posting a little bit lately.
I'll follow you because I need to learn how to TikTok. I'm not
Yeah.
very good at it. Yeah.
I feel like I get more hits on TikTok than I think I might have been shadow banned from Instagram actually.
Oh, now that
posting
makes you a more
political
interesting
stuff.
person. I was going to say, I want to know why.
I feel like I've been shadow banned for political stuff because I don't see very many people viewing my stories.
I have a
and-
feeling
I
that
feel
you're
like
probably right about
that's.
that.
I think that's more prevalent than like. At first, I thought I was like, oh yeah, of course, whatever. But like, I think it's more prevalent than known because, or it happens more often than people realize. Because yeah, I see people that I'm like, oh, they're like they have really funny stuff, or like they're on this thing, or they collaborated with this person, but their individual page is like just kind of like dwindled. Like they don't pump that out.
Yeah.
It's a power
Right.
move. I don't like it.
Why are they not pumping me on? Because I'm not controversial. I just.
Well, that's the thing. You've been shadow banned because you're not.
Oh, that's right. That's it. Yes.
They don't want. They don't want you. They don't want you in the alley. They want you in the middle of the road.
Exactly.
Boom, roasted.
Boom.
We watch The Office a lot.
Maybe
Sorry, guys.
I'm just boring and that's why they've shadow banned me. I don't know.
No, I'm going to look
But-
at your content now. Now I
Okay.
want to know.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming and
Thank
hanging out with
you.
us. It was a pleasure, and I hope to see you soon. And you guys all follow Jean L. Whitney. And
And come back for another episode.
yes,
so we
please.
can,
Yeah, we'll have you back for
continuation.
another
Oh, I'd love to.
12-minute
Yeah,
episode.
this has been fun. Thank
All right,
you.
All right, good. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.